Verse 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, and that's the same thing that the angel told Ezra he was getting ready to bring. Evil, pestilence, plagues, and destruction. Okay, and we're out here to let you know that these things are getting ready to fall upon the face of the earth very soon. All right, so if you fall under the category of us being a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, all right, it's high time to awake out of sleep, man.
That's right.
That word sleep goes into the word hypnos, as it's written of in the book of Romans, okay? And the only ones that are going to wake up out of that sleep are going to be the elect anyway. But that's why the Lord has his prophets out here, because as we're out here to remind you, letting you know the pending doom that's getting ready to come to this place, that's also the sign of the Lord's compassion and his mercy, that he's able to send his prophets out here, that he's able to have his word being spoken on the corners and in the gates of the nobles. All right?
Right.
You said Isaiah 42?
That's the stern jealousy. Like a man of war, I believe. Like 42. Okay, 13. Sorry, 13.
Second Ezra, hey man, it's just because we read in Second Ezra 15th chapter. Isaiah chapter 42 verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
Right, he said he's going forth as a mighty man, stirring up jealousy like a man of war. Right. And what's going on right now? Because the scriptures say the Lord is a man of war. Okay, the Lord of hosts is his name.
Yeah.
But he's stirring up jealousy between the nations, between America and other nations, its allies, its enemies. Okay, he's stirring up jealousy between the nations, all the different nations here in America. Okay, jealousy between the nation of Israel. So he's stirring up a whole bunch of controversy for the day of Jacob's trouble, man. For the day of him bringing all these calamities and destruction, man.
Yep.
He's stirring up all this because, like I said, all holy hell's about to unleash, man. There's about to be race riots, concentration camps. Okay, World War III is coming.
Right.
Okay, we're already in pretty much World War III, but it's getting more and more physical, you know? But he's stirring up that jealousy right there. The Lord is causing all these things, man.
That's right.
You know? People are trying to complain about Donald Trump and how he gonna go to war and all that, how he gonna get us bombed and stuff. Man, you know, everybody's gonna get themselves bombed. Jake need to be worried about getting out of here, man. Okay, because that's a sign about deliverance.
Right.
This war coming, you don't need to fear that, man. We be cheering this thing on, man.
Right.
You know? Yep. Keep prophesying about it, you know, keep putting that vibration out there, looking for these things, man.
That's right.
Because that means our salvation is nigh.
That's right.
Right?
He shall cry, yeah, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
Right, he's gonna cry and roar, prevail against his enemies, man. Okay? That's a saying, you're always too short to box with God, man. The Lord is always gonna win in the end, man, because he's the creator of everything.
Yep.
You know? You know?
Con. Yep.
And this is going exactly to what we read in the 2nd Ezra 15th chapter.
That's right. Isaiah 42 and 14, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself.
He has long hold his peace, man. And he's been still refraining himself because it was a time to where his men weren't out here. We weren't out here until Elva Adobamus hit the streets and started prophesying and teaching. Okay?
Right, right.
But before that, we were in slavery. We was in Jim Crow. We was at the civil rights movement. Then we were in slavery, man. You know, he had held his peace because he had these hurtful words and these prophecies had to play out, man. Yep. But now we're at the end of this thing, so now the Most High is starting to speak now.
That's right. It says, now will I cry like a travailing woman, I will destroy and devour at once.
Right, he's gonna cry like a travailing woman, man. And we're starting that cry out, man. That's why the scripture said, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. So with the Lord's mouth, he's crying out. Okay? But he said he's gonna give a shout, man. And the scriptures talk about that, Yahweh shot's coming.
Right.
He shall descend with a shout, man.
That's right.
You know? And he's gonna destroy and devour it once, man, according to all the plagues that he's coming with.
God.
You know?
Hey, since we're using my phone, would you be able to pull up that word devour in the blue letter Bible to show? Because I know in the Hebrew there's certain words that equate devour with fire. You know, because fire really ultimately means to devour. And that's what the Lord is getting ready to come back and do. Now I'm not sure if this word devour goes in the fire right here. That's why I'm curious about it. All right, but there's certain scriptures where that word fire goes into the word devour, man. Because the Lord is going to use fire and brimstone to devour this place, America, just like he used fire and brimstone to devour ancient Sodom and Gomorrah and the rest of those neighboring 3 cities on top of Sodom and Gomorrah, which were those 5 cities whole. You know, you got it.
This is Strong's H7601. Sha'ap or Sha'apah.
Okay.
Says to gas, pant after, long for, breathe heavily. To gas, pant after, snuff up. To gas or pant for desire, pant after, be eager for.
To be eager for and to long for, man. All right, so this has been desired from the Heavenly Father. Because again, I mean, mind you, it was written in heaven already to take place. So it had to take place on earth, but it's a desired thing for the Lord to destroy wickedness from the face of the earth, man.
Right.
And just as he desires and long for it, his men long for it too. We don't want to be trapped in this sinful ass flesh anymore. We want new bodies, man. We long for that. Okay, we long for the accuser of our brethren to be brought down because, hey, in order for salvation to come, this place has to be brought down. And alongside with this place, Esau Edom has to be brought down, which is the so-called white man. All right, according to the scriptures, Esau Edom, that's written in the scriptures, is the so-called white man according to biblical prophecy. When you look at the particular characteristics that befalls upon Esau Edom when you read about him in the scriptures. All right, in order for salvation to come, this man and his ways have to be brought down first, and that's going to be brought down through death and destruction. And the Lord has sent his prophets out here to tell you first.
Right. Just to add on, like I said that word, and we're going to that word devour. When you're eager for, just think about when you're hungry, you haven't ate all day, and then you get like your favorite food, whether it's hot wings, a burger, a salad, or whatever. When you devour that, man, you breathing hard, taking breaths and gassing in between, you know, hitting your chest because you eat so much, you devour that shit, man. That's the long for that the Heavenly Father has for destroying this place, man. Destroying the wicked. Okay, just like the scripture always say, you don't love the Heavenly Father more than Israel. You don't hate Esau more than the Heavenly Father does,
right,
man.
Right.
You don't want this place to go down more than Yahweh Shem Yahushua does. Okay, he's just bound by his word. He put his word above his name, so he's bound by that. So these things have to play out.
That's right.
You know, but hey, no one wants to will more than the Heavenly Father.
That's right, bro.
Okay, so he's eager to bust this place ass. You know, excuse my language. You know, the third definition, it backs it up. The next one is to thirst for one's blood.
Ooh,
actions of animals.
Wow. To thirst for one's blood, man. Woo! Man, the Most High is bloodthirsty right now, man. You know how they, pretty much a shark smells blood. You know what I'm saying? Or when somebody's boxing and they on their ass right now and they see him stumbling, they be like, oh, he smells blood.
That's right.
You know, hey, America's stumbling right now, man. All right, and the angels smell blood right now. So as America's stumbling and America smells blood, you see the angels whooping. Why? Like this brother likes to say, why zaza zipping that ass even more?
That's right.
Excuse the language.
Yep.
You know.
That's right. Next definition: to crush, trample upon, to trample upon, crush. And in the Strong's definition, a primitive root to inhale eagerly, figuratively to cover, by implication to be angry, also to hasten.
And what happens after a large inhale? A large exhale. You know? Hey, the Lord is going to destroy with the breath of the fire of his coming, as the scriptures say, man.
Right.
You know, so the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place with his mouth, with his breath, which comes in the form of those thermonuclear missiles. All right, it came out by the voice of the prophets first, which Jeremiah even said in the book of, man, it's been so long since I read the scripture. I think it's in the 5th chapter, but it goes into how he says, I will put a fire in their mouth and these people be as cold.
That's right.
That's Jeremiah 5, right?
Jeremiah 5, come.
Yeah, man. So the Lord is going to actually do that later on.
Right.
Hey, and the beautiful thing about it is, when that day comes, the Lord is even going to use certain prophets to breathe out fire on this place, man. Right. You read that in Revelation, the 11th chapter, which is a foreshadowing of the fire that's getting ready to come to this place by those nukes and by those chariots, you know?
That's right. A couple more. Desire, earnestly, devour, haste, pant, snuff up, swallow up. So the Most High is going to swallow up this place, man.
That's right.
Okay? In thermonuclear destruction, man. The ultimate swallow up, man. To where this place is going to be a glass parking lot.
It's chilling.
Chilling, man. You know, the animals understand, that vibration, man, they're created, you know?
Man, that's dope. That's beautiful.
Okay? Let's go back to...
2nd Ezra 15. Come. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse, the middle of verse 8. It says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves, behold, the innocent righteous blood cries unto me.
Right, they wickedly exercise themselves. The witches and black, sorry, read that one more time?
God. It says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves, Behold, the innocent righteous blood cried unto me.
Right, the innocent righteous blood is crying unto the Heavenly Father, man. His men out here, that's what Scripture say, give him no rest. You read Isaiah the 62nd chapter.
Right.
Also the men that have died in the truth, man. That's why Scripture say you should not prevent them which are asleep. We try to get a lesson on that. Okay, the men that died in the truth, they're on the Heavenly Father's right hand side right now.
That's right.
Okay, crying unto him. Real quick, Revelation 69. Okay, they're crying unto the Heavenly Father as well, man. And we're gonna read down to like 11.
Come. 16, 11 was for me, man.
I could get down to the home news and all that. But yeah, man. So that innocent and righteous blood is crying, man. And the Most High is hearing it. Just like Abel's blood cried unto him after he was slain by Cain. Same thing is happening today, man.
That's right. Revelation chapter 6, verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Lord, for the word of the Most High, and for their testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, wilt thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
Right, so that's the innocent righteous blood crying unto the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, Elder Albert Bivens, which he was taken out, jumped by those Muslims. Okay, other men that died in the truth, that may have died at the hands of someone, man. Okay, also the men of the Lord, this is the spirit world. They're going to cry out to the Heavenly Father, man. How long are you going to wait until you avenge us, man?
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 11, and white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
Right, so they have to sit and wait until that time to fulfill, man, because there are going to be certain men that are going to be martyrs in this time.
Right.
Okay, but then the rest of the elect are going to be beamed up, and we're all going to be caught up in the cloud together, in the chariot together with the Lord, man. And that's in the 1 Thessalonians 4 chapter. Okay.
My frozen ass fingertips to pull the flip the page.
Fingers cold.
That's just uncomfortable when your fingers are cold.
Yeah, your fingers are cold and dry. Hey, that's a part of in season, out of season, man. These are elements you got to deal with, man. These are things you got to deal with when you come out the highways and hedges. And no, not everyone's willing to do that. Guys will come out when it's convenient, when it's warm, 70 to 80 degrees out. You got to come out here when it's brick cold, where you're sweating bullets, man. And all in between, raining. Don't come out here and it's like a damn monsoon out here. That's just crazy, But, you do it within reason. You don't come out here when it's a blizzard.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? And people are dying and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, Jake will look at the camera and be like, man, what they talking about? The sun's shining. Yeah. Man, it's about 38 degrees.
Yeah, that sun now, it's cold as hell, But hey, that's the condition of the battle.
Right, that's right. Hey, about 40 degrees.
Yeah, about 40 degrees. But hey, Yahushua only died on the cross for us,
Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm saying that to be facetious and joking, you know what I mean? That was a heavy thing, so that's the least we can do, man.
Right.
Just come out here and be cold for an hour and a half, 2 hours, man. He took the worst beating on the man for the elect, okay?
That's right. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, and I'm going to start at verse 16.
Okay.
It says, For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead and the Mashiach shall rise first.
The dead and the Lord shall rise first, man. Okay? The men that died in the truth, man, the men that died in Yahushua, they're going to rise first, man. Because they were actual martyrs as Yahushua was.
Right.
Go ahead.
Pretty much more. Oh, okay. And that with the shout, I heard the apostles talking about it a while ago. That shout goes in there when you read in Revelation the 18th chapter, where the angel says, Come out of her, my people. That's the shout that the Lord is going to give when he comes down with those chariots.
Right. Being beamed up, because that's that cry. You also reference, you ever seen that movie Waterworld with Tom Cruise? Okay, that loud horn, that shout, that chariot came. Yeah. That's just being beamed up, man.
That's right.
Being delivered.
1 Thessalonians 4 and 17. Then which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Right. That's after the worst fulfilled of the men that are going to be martyrs in this time.
Right.
Okay. And then after that, the deliverance will come for the rest of the elect, and we're all going to be together in the chariots.
That's right.
There's a little more.
Okay. Your last verse.
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 18. Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Oh, that might be.
Oh, that was in verse 15. Okay. Yeah, I'll read it. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep.
Right.
So like, I didn't know that was what he
No,
wanted.
that's all good. We should not prevent them which are asleep, man. But that was the main point in that verse after though. But yeah, we're not gonna prevent them which are asleep, man. You know, those men that died, they're gonna be there as well. But they're right there in the heavens, in the Heavenly Father's ear, pleading with the Heavenly Father, along with the men that are down here, prophesying and teaching, and sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst of them, man.
That's right.
So that innocent and righteous blood is crying to the Heavenly Father all over. Okay, let's go back to the second Ezra.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Right, he's going to surely avenge them, man, according to prophecy, man. All these things, the coming things, are the bad calamities that's coming. Yeah, we are here breaking those things down, but also there's a good side to it for the elect, man. We're gonna be saved out of it. When you read about Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah the 30th chapter, okay, it says he shall be saved out of it though when it comes, and he's gonna avenge his people, and he's gonna avenge his men, but it's gonna be on his time, you know. We try to keep doing what we're doing, keep our heads down, and keep working, and keep growing in the spirit, man. And the Lord's gonna eventually avenge us, man, and he's gonna justify his men.
That's right. I got a precept. This is Luke chapter 18, verse 7. It says, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Right,
so we're going to have to be faithful, man, because the Most High, he's going to avenge us speedily, okay? Now, in the spirit world, the scripture say that one day of the Lord is 1,000 years, so it's going to be speedily in the spirit world, but it may seem long here, but it's really not, man, because the Lord's speeding up the days as well, man.
Weekend feel like one day now.
That's right, a weekend feels like one day, man. It's going by quick, man, and the closer we get, man, the more these prophecies are popping out more and more right behind each other, man. Things are happening daily now, man. Judgments are going, extreme judgments are going out daily now, man, to where it's only going to increase, you know. But the Lord's going to avenge us speedily, man.
That's right. That's right. Hey, and afterward, the Lord said, out of his own mouth shall there be faith on the earth in that day. Earlier we read in 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Right.
You know, and that means the lack of faith. You know, it says, for the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right. So Yahweh Shai is asking the question, shall there be faith on the earth in those days? Which shows you there's going to be a lot more of those that are against the faith, that have no faith, than those that actually have faith. Right. All right. Habakkuk says, the just shall live by his faith. All right. And there's only a few just men that are on the planet Earth that believe, and that's the elect, man. Right. There's only a few of them. All right. So the Lord is saying he's going to avenge those that keep the faith speedily, man. All right. And those that keep the faith, are those that are pretty much showing forth their faith by their works. Right. All right. Which is something that's frowned upon by even a lot of the so-called Christian church, because they tell you don't got to be no works involved, man. But faithful are going to show forth their faith by the works that they do, you know. Right, and that's what Yahweh Shai is going to see before he comes back. Right. And that's written in Luke the 12th chapter, the 37th verse. That's it on that.
Right. But you got to have works, man, for the Lord to avenge you. You got to be doing something, man. And because we're doing that, we're going to be persecuted. We're going to be lied on. They're going to try to put us to death, man. And that's when we're going to be avenged, okay? Because of our faith, you know?
That's right. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Right. We're led as a flock to the slaughter, man. Okay? They're trying to do away with us, man. That's what say, for our sake, we are killed all the day long. You know? But Esau he's trying every way, form, and fashion to get rid of the nation of Israel, man. But he's not going to suffer us to be in Egypt. And by this time, Egypt was already not a powerhouse as it was when we were delivered. It's talking about bondage, man. It's talking about that spiritual Egypt. According to Revelation 11 and 8, man.
Yeah.
That spiritual side of Egypt, which is America.
That's right.
He's not going to suffer us to dwell here, man. He's going to give us that deliverance again, according to also Jeremiah 16 and 14. Right. You know?
The Lord is telling Ezra about America right here, man.
That's right.
About the good old red, white, and blue.
That's right.
And Ezra envisioned America as well, man. All right. Ezra literally visioned America, the cars, the people, the prophets out here looking crazy right now.
Yep.
And I say that, you know, being funny, but when I say, look, hey, we're made fools for Yahweh Shai's sake, man.
Yeah, we look crazy to these people, and they look crazy to us, man. You know? That's what he saw, man. We out here they spitting when they yelling, and, all type of stuff, stumbling over words,
Right.
So hey, that address all these things because this is the end time. So yeah, this is talking about America, man. It's not talking about the old Egypt of old. We were already delivered from that captivity by this time.
You seen us speaking in another tongue. You know what the hell we was talking about.
Right. See all those things. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof.
Right, as before, man. Read that one more time.
God. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues.
Right. A mighty hand and a stretched out arm, man. That's Yahweh shot. Okay?
Right.
He's the Most High's right arm, man. That's how he's gonna save. That's Yahweh Shah's name. Yahweh Shah, he's the savior or deliverer, man. That's how he's gonna bring us out, man. He's gonna send back his son to gather his elect. Okay? From the four corners of the earth when you read Matthew 24th chapter.
Right.
Okay?
Let's see time.
Okay. Yeah, it's like 1:23, something like that.
Oh, cool. That's what.
Yeah. So go ahead.
God. It says, as before, and will destroy all the. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Right, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. That's another indication. It's not talking about ancient Egypt.
That's right.
It's talking about a new Egypt, a new bondage.
That's a great point.
As before. Let's talk about America, man. Spiritually Solomon, Egypt.
That's right.
Okay, he's going to smite with plagues before. And we went into those plagues earlier. Okay, because they had 10 plagues in Egypt, and we see those plagues now. You're seeing locusts going around. You're seeing animals dying. You're seeing crops being destroyed, particularly like in the Midwest and things of that nature.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to see similar plagues now. We're going to see famine. We're going to see the children and animals being put to death here. Okay, because the last plague was the firstborn of every thing in Egypt. Animal and
firstborn son.
Firstborn son, yeah.
The son is the one that is the main progenitor. The son is the one that produces this. Well, the male is the one that produces the seed.
That's right.
So the Lord is going to do away with all that stuff over here in America, man.
Yeah, they produce the seed. The firstborn male gets the inheritance.
That's right.
It's the blessing. So that was big. That was big metaphorically to smite the firstborn son, man.
Yeah. That's right.
Even the Pharaoh, So those plagues are coming now, man. Yeah.
Hey, and one of the plagues also was darkness that befell upon Egypt as well. Gross darkness at that. And the scriptures talk about gross darkness that's going to befall this place here within these last days.
Right.
All right. And what was taking place in Egypt in the midst of that darkness? You read about it in Wisdom of Solomon, either 16 or 17, one of the two. But it goes into when those people, when they were within that darkness, a lot of people died from fear because of the apparitions and demons that they were seeing. The Lord actually revealed that dimension, the fourth dimension, those spirits that are in the fourth dimension, he made them manifest in front of them, man.
Right.
All right, people was dying seeing demons, seeing spirits. A lot of these horror movies that people watch don't even know that a lot of those characters in those horror movies are actually real spirits that exist that Esau knows about and puts those on those movies, man. So people are going to see a lot of that. Even like the movie, for example, like The Grudge or the Ring. You had that Insidious. You had a particular spirit, that girl with that face with her hair down, and it was a gloomy ass face that she had, man. And the Wisdom of Solomon says that when they saw those spirits, some of them had sad countenances and sad faces. I ain't gonna harp on this too much, but it just goes into those plagues that befell upon Egypt are gonna befall upon here. But people are gonna see those spirits in this day, man.
That's what you said. Yeah, people have accounts of seeing spirits,
right?
Ghosts and things like that. That's the same thing, man. That's what you're gonna see here. And like I said, the brother's going to, there are several movies that have spirits like Paranormal Activity, Insidious, Amityville Horror. All these different types of movies that go that's dealing with just spirits now, killing, spirits of vengeance. It'd be spirits of vengeance, somebody who was wronged or whatever.
Right.
And it's the spirit of vengeance going out and just murking everybody.
That's right. That's right.
People gonna see that, man, and men's hearts are gonna fail them. People gonna have heart attacks, man. They gonna be bugging out. They're not gonna be able to get their medication. So all type of things is gonna be happening, man, in that time,
That's right, bro.
Go on.
God. It says when he continued, and will destroy all the land thereof.
They destroy all the land thereof. Ancient Egypt wasn't destroyed. All that land was destroyed. It was still here.
It's still here today.
Okay, so what is that talking about? That's talking about America, man.
Right.
Okay. When you read Isaiah 34th chapter, It says neither the Arabian shall pitch tent there. You know, this land is never going to be dwelt in again, man.
Right.
You know, this is going to be left as an example to those that should have to live ungodly, man.
Exactly.
This is what happens, man. This is what happens when you run a kingdom like that.
That's right.
You know, you get burned the hell up. Okay?
That's right.
That's the same thing that happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, which is why America is going to be in that same stead.
Right.
Because this is Sodom 2.0, man. Okay? This is way freaky than Sodom.
Yeah. Sodom was Sodom was a piece of what we see right now, man.
Because you got internet access, man. It's wide open for
Freaky Zeke.
Yeah, freaky playing freaky Zeke this motherfucker. You know, it's disgusting. It's only you can fulfill every nasty, freaky, funky desire that you have here in America.
Right.
Man. It's allowed. There's some area in America where you're allowed to get your rocks out with whatever freaky, disgusting way that pops in your head, man.
Like this place literally can put a rod on a woman, man, and say that that's a man.
Yeah.
Like they had trannies back then, but they would just dress up.
Yeah.
Now they actually undergo the surgeries where they actually input that like the genitals on this person, man. Wasn't nobody doing that back then.
Right, and that's the thing here. People are into that. You know what I mean? Like that's actually a thing here. That's like a preference. You know?
Right.
This place is disgusting, man. You know? The scripture you talk about that, the changing of kind, when you read the original Psalm in the 14th chapter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
All the idols are wickedness, man. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 12.
That's why he said he's going to destroy this place completely, man. This whole setup has to go, man. This rulership has to be done away with.
It's
man.
too much.
Okay? It's too much, and them horrible works are definitely fulfilled, man.
Right.
You know? Esau went above and beyond.
Yep. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plagues and punishments that the Most High shall bring upon it.
Right, Egypt is mourning, man. They're mourning, man. Why? Because of the rebelliousness against the Heavenly Father and because they touched the apple of the Lord's eye.
That's right.
Okay? These Edomites are losing, man. Okay? Esau is losing right here, so they all complaining, man. Especially these Joe six-pack Americans. They're looked at as goyim along with the rest of the world in the eyes of the elites. And they're complaining because they didn't like their piece of the pie on the heist on the Lord's people. They didn't get no slice. Ultimately. Okay? Now they're just like you, brother. It's about these elite bankers. No, man. You was with it as well at one point.
Yeah.
You know, you still with white supremacy. You just don't like the cut.
You still reap the benefits of it right now to this day.
You still reap the benefits of it, man. But this place is mourning, man. These Edomites are catching hell. Real quick, Baruch chapter 4. Go on to how they're mourning and losing. It's because of what you did to the Lord's people, man. And people start at 30, verse 30.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 30.
Read down to the end.
Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee the name will comfort thee.
Right. Take good heart, O Jerusalem, man, for he that gave us the name. What is the name? Israel. And what does that mean? Yahshua Allah in the Hebrew. Yah, he, Shah, he's a prince, Allah, power of God. He's a prince of the Most High, or prince of God. Or the sons of God when you go into the time of Adam until Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's the same thing. The Lord just changed the name to Israel.
Right.
Which is still the son of the Most High. Okay? He's going to comfort us. And what is the comfort? These scriptures.
Right.
Okay, let us know according to prophecy, this is what happened, this is why we're in the condition that we're in, but he's going to also get us out of this condition.
Right. That's right. It says, miserable are they that afflict thee and rejoice at thy fall.
Miserable are they that afflict thee and rejoice at thy fall. These Edomites rejoice at thy fall, man. In the time when they were lynching, they were taking pictures. Those were postcards. They were rejoicing at our fall, man. Okay, sending those around as a postcard. Smiling from ear to ear, showing all 32 of their nasty ass teeth. Okay, while Jacob's being hung, castrated, tarred, feathered, burned, shot up, all those different things, man. Okay?
Gotta preach that. So, I'm sorry,
No,
bro.
no, good.
This is Psalms 137:1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. We wept when we remembered Zion, and that's us in our low in captivity. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. That's why it's right here. It says it. For they, Salakia, for there they that carried us away captive required us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of those songs of Zion. And that was it. And that's what they required of us as we were in captivity, man. Right. They rejoiced at our fall, and as we were in captivity, they wanted us, they were telling us to be cheery, but they were saying it more so mocking us.
Right.
And you even had the example of that when you watched the movie 12 Years a Slave. You remember they would wake them up from sleep at like 4 in the morning and bring us in the house of the captive, had us playing music and so forth. And then the one Edomite chick grabbed the glass vase and busted it upon the old girl head, man. You know?
It's hard.
Hit her hard. And that's the example of what we read in Baruch 4 and 31, and also what we read in Psalms 137. They require us a song. They require us of mirth when they see us in our fall. And you see Jake in that same stead today. You see Jake, rap music, pop, making all that different money. But lo and behold, that's really a face of folly that you're showing. And really these devils are looking at you laughing. Look at these monkeys sagging their pants. Look at what these monkeys are doing because we toss them a little bit of change. You remember the owner for the Clippers, the old owner for the Clippers, what's his name?
George Steinwalk, something like that, Stein something. I can't remember.
But you remember when pretty much his wife was digging one of the players on the team, and he got on her like, man, look at these people, man, they work for me. Look at these niggas, they work for me. At the end of the day, man, we in a low state of no matter how much money you got, man. And every time you do see Jake doing good in the rap industry, music industry, entertainment, it's to help promote folly, man. What Esau wants, you know?
They still require a song. They got their ass on tour like slaves.
Yeah, you
know?
That's right.
Even when Left Out, when she did that documentary going down in South America, I believe, to go see Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
Because that's ultimately why they killed her. But in the midst of that documentary, she goes into how dirty the music industry was.
Yep.
How they had to split only $1 million, but the TLC was bad, was big back in the 90s, man. You would think they'd have been multi-millionaires.
Right.
But she talked about how grimy that shit was after all the things that they take from you.
Yeah.
That you owe back to this white man. You left with damn near nothing, man.
Right.
You know, she went into that, but ultimately I said she went down there because for Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
And then they ended up taking her ass out, man. You know, they still require a song unto this day, man.
Did she have like lupus or something like that?
No, that was T-Boz.
Oh, T-Boz.
Sickle cell. Yeah,
sickle cell, okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, Jake played, man. You know? Go back to it.
This is Baruch 4 and 32. Miserable are the cities which the children serve.
Right, miserable are the cities which the children serve. That's Egypt mourning right now, man. They're miserable. And they don't even understand why. Because the Lord's people are here, man. Because of what you did, you furthered the affliction. Even when I was talking about the end, that's in Zechariah, the book of Zechariah, the first chapter, man.
Right.
The Lord said he was sore displeased with the heathen.
Right.
You know, but he was only a little displeased with other people, but they furthered the affliction, man. Esau kept going.
Yep.
That's why the Lord had to make Esau ease up, man. You know?
That's right. Probably best to end it off on here because we gotta get ready to go to work.
Okay.
It says, verse continuing on to 32, miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
Right, because they rejoiced in our fall and they're happy to see Jake in the lower state they're in. Hey, these Edomites are now grieved for your fall, man. They're catching hell, complaining about their benefits, okay, losing their pensions, okay. When you really do research, most of them are, Edomites are mostly on food stamps, man. They try to put it on Jake, you know.
They the ones strung out on opioids.
Yeah, strung out on
heroin.
Yeah, opioids and heroin, like middle America, now it's tragic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, well, they're catching hell right now.
Yeah, my hometown where I'm from, I just went back in September to visit, man. But Canton, Ohio, man, like opioids and heroin is big out there. Like they got awareness billboards of it and so forth. And it wasn't like that when I used to live there, 15 years ago? You know, 10, 15 years ago. It wasn't nothing like that. When I came there, it's hella heroin awareness signs that's up there, man. And a lot of them are Edomites that's on that stuff up there. You know, it's Edomites that's talking about.
Crystal meth.
Crystal meth is another one, yep.
Like that movie Walking Tall with the Rock, they in small towns, they be cooking up that crystal meth, jacking everybody up, man.
Yeah.
You know? That's the big epidemic right now. Like crack was for Jake in the 80s.
Yeah. Now
you Edomites are getting a taste of that because Esau put that crack in Jake neighborhoods.
Blue ice.
Yeah, blue ice, man. You know? But now you did that, but now look, when it's coming back upon you, you're reaping what you sowed.
That's right.
You're reaping what you sowed now, man.
Exactly. Verse 34, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude. And that was that rejoicing that sing us a song, O Zion, sing those harps. That's that rejoicing that's being taken away, man.
That's right. Sing us a song. You know, the roaring 20s, and the ragtime, they dancing and doing the Charleston and all that shit. Nah, no more of that.
Yeah.
Nah, Lord's shutting all this down, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Yeah, Jake ain't cranking that Soldier Boy no more, man.
And no more of that, man. The Most High is sucking the spirit out this place.
That's right. That's right. Come. It says, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
Her pride shall be turned to mourning, man. This is a proud nation, man. But now it's turned into mourning, man. Look at everyone. Everyone's hella unhappy here.
That's right.
You know? That's according to Proverbs 29 and 2. It said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. The wicked is ruling right now, man. And that's why everyone's unhappy.
Yeah.
Relationships are an all-time disaster. Okay? Men are tired of women. Women are tired of men. People are tired of their kids. Okay? It's nothing but complete division here.
Right. Okay? That's right. It says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure. And that's that devouring.
That's right.
And she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
Right, and what's it talking about? It's talking about Revelation 18.
That's it. That's it.
The cormorant, those beasts, those different desert creatures.
Right.
She's going to be inhabited of that. That's linking up with America.
That's all it's talking about.
In destruction.
That's it.
Okay, that's the only thing that's going to dwell here are those type of animals. Okay, and that's going to be able to dwell here in that radiation, man. Okay, there's going to be no other people here. You know,
right.
And that's after the destruction of America.
And that word for devils in the Hebrew is probably sha'ayar, which means goats and such. You know?
That's right.
It says, for I will take away the... Oh, I just read that. Salaki. It says in... Yeah, I just read that. Verse 36. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They shall gather together from the east to the west, for the word of the Holy One rejoicing in the glory of the Most High.
Right, so the elect's going to be gathered, man. After that destruction, there's good portions of it, but hey, we got to go through this first, man.
That's right.
We got to go through the heart. It's darkest before dawn, so we got to go through that dark period in order to get to the dawn, which is the kingdom, man.
That's right, brother.
But the elect being gathered, look to the east, man. That's when we pray to the east. That's where that temple was. That's the same prayer that King Solomon did, 1 Kings, the 8th chapter.
That's right.
Okay? And we're being gathered and we're repenting towards that, where the temple would be. And we're going to be delivered, man, in repentance, man, and delivered in mercy, you know, in salvation.
Done, brother.
So that was in the chapter, right?
That was in the chapter.
Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Do you have anything else to add, bro?
Hey, keep fighting. Keep going. We closer to the end. We closer to the end every day.
That's right.
Don't lose your integrity. Keep your integrity and keep going, man. And don't do too much, but do what the Spirit put on you to do.
That's right. That's right. Work with the measure that's given to you. Through the Spirit of Yahweh now shot. Yours and yours on it, man. Don't cover anyone else's. Hey, if another brother's doing more, that's the Spirit, and that's the lot that he was given.
That's it.
Do what you can. If you show yourself faithful in that, then the Lord will continue to increase you.
That's right.
You know, but you got to master what you've been given first.
That's right.
Before you can go to something else. You know?
God, that's right.
Hey, so Lord willing is edifying for Yakian. Lord willing is uplifting, keeps you going. Hey, we want to give all praise and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'Shem,
Yahweh Shai,
Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of great millstone. We well through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to the hope for elect. Shalom.
Shalom.